California does not treat every gun like the rest of America does. A rifle that sits on a shelf in one state can become a severe legal problem the moment it is possessed in California. The difference can come down to a name, a magazine, a grip, a stock, or one feature that changes how the law sees it. That is why the same firearm market looks completely different across state lines. In some places, these guns are common range rifles and popular sellers. In California, many versions are banned, restricted, or forced into special compliant configurations. So this countdown is not just about 10 guns. It is about 10 firearms that show how one state can change the entire meaning of legal. Number 10. The Colt AR-15. The Colt AR-15, a semi-automatic firearm that has been a central focus of the assault weapons debate, is specifically banned under California's Assault Weapons Control Act. The law prohibits the manufacture, distribution, and possession of certain AR-15 variants and derivatives by name, classifying them as prohibited assault weapons. The Colt AR-15 is listed directly in that statute. But walk into a gun store in Texas, Florida, or Arizona, and you'll find dozens of AR-15 models readily available for purchase. The standard AR-15, with a detachable magazine and pistol grip that's completely banned in California, represents one of the most popular rifle platforms in America. Today, California and 10 other states ban most semi-automatic rifles, including certain versions of the most popular in America, the AR-15. Yet, in the majority of states, this same firearm requires nothing more than a standard federal background check. Those banned by specific manufacturers and model name included AK-47s and all models of the Norinco, Mitchell, and Poly Technologies Avtomat Kalashnikovs, the Colt AR-15, the Steyr AUG, and several others. The key difference lies in California's feature-based definitions. Pursuant to Penal Code Section 30,515, an assault weapon includes any semi-automatic centerfire rifle that does not have a fixed magazine but has any one of the following: a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action of the weapon, a thumbhole stock, a folding or telescoping stock, a grenade launcher or flare launcher, a flash suppressor, or a forward grip. California gun owners who want an AR-15 style rifle must purchase what's called a featureless version, removing the pistol grip and other prohibited features, or install a fixed magazine system. Meanwhile, gun stores in neighboring Nevada report strong sales of standard AR-15 rifles to customers seeking features banned in California. Number 9. The Glock 17. The Glock 17, one of the most widely owned pistols in the world, ships from the factory with a 17-round magazine. That standard configuration is illegal to sell or possess in California. California law prohibits the sale of large-capacity magazines that can hold more than 10 rounds. It is illegal to import, sell, give, trade, or lend a magazine that holds more than 10 rounds of ammunition. This creates a stark contrast with most other states. In 43 states, you can purchase the Glock 17 with its standard factory magazine. In California, that same pistol must be sold with a 10-round magazine, and possessing the standard 17-round magazine is a criminal offense. The issue of magazine capacity has been a contentious aspect of California's firearms regulations. The state generally prohibits the sale and possession of large-capacity magazines that can hold more than 10 rounds of ammunition. The legal battle over this restriction has been intense. The ban on large-capacity magazines was ruled unconstitutional March 29, 2019, but the ruling was put on hold while the case was under appeal. On August 14, 2020, a three-judge panel of the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit ruled that the ban was unconstitutional. However, this decision was vacated by the Ninth Circuit Court on February 25, 2021. Gun retailers in other states report that standard capacity magazines remain among their best-selling accessories, with many customers specifically seeking magazines that hold 15, 20, or 30 rounds for sporting and self-defense purposes. Number 8. The Poly Technologies. AK-47. California bans specific assault weapons by name, including AK-47s and all models of the Norinco, Mitchell, and Poly Technologies Avtomat Kalashnikovs. The Poly Technologies AK-47 appears explicitly in California Penal Code Section 30,510, making it banned by name with no featureless workaround available for that specific model. The AK-47 and its variants represent some of the most widely owned rifles globally. Original AK-47s were designed in the Soviet Union, but modern semi-automatic versions are manufactured by dozens of companies worldwide. In most American states, the Poly Technologies AK-47 and rifles like it are perfectly legal to purchase and own. However, California's ban is highly specific to named models and specific prohibited features. Unlike the named Poly Technologies rifles, off-list AK variants, such as the Romanian WASR models or American-made AKs from companies like Century Arms and Palmetto State Armory, can actually be legally purchased in California. To comply with state law, these off-list rifles must be modified into a featureless configuration, which typically means removing the pistol grip, folding stock, and flash hider, or they must use a fixed 10-round magazine. Industry reports indicate consistent nationwide demand for AK variant rifles. These firearms typically feature the distinctive curved magazine, wooden furniture, and the reliable gas-operated action that made the original design famous. For California residents, owning an AK platform requires navigating a complex web of named bans and feature restrictions to ensure full legal compliance. Number 7. The Barrett M82. Semi-automatic firearms that the state has classified as assault weapons, 50 caliber BMG rifles, and large capacity magazines may not be sold in California. California bans 3 categories of assault weapons plus 50 caliber BMG rifles, and the Barrett M82 is the most recognized name in that banned category. The 50 caliber BMG cartridge was originally designed for the Browning machine gun in World War I. Today, civilian rifles chambered in this cartridge are used primarily for long-range target shooting and hunting large game at extreme distances. These rifles are capable of accurately hitting targets at distances exceeding 1 mile. Popular models include the Barrett M82, the Armalite AR-50, and the Serbu BFG-50. Each of these rifles costs several $1,000s and weighs between 20 and 30 pounds. California banned 50 caliber BMG rifles, citing public safety concerns about their extreme power and range. The ammunition itself can penetrate light armor and vehicle engines. However, supporters argue these rifles have legitimate sporting uses and that their size and cost make them unlikely choices for criminal activity. In the 49 states where they remain legal, 50 caliber BMG rifles represent a niche but steady market. Specialty retailers report sales primarily to long-range shooting enthusiasts and collectors. The rifles require specialized training to use effectively and are typically shot at dedicated long-range facilities. Number 6. The Saiga 12. Shotguns with a revolving cylinder are Category 3 assault weapons, as are semi-automatic shotguns if they have certain features. California applies its feature-based restrictions to shotguns as well as rifles. The Saiga 12, a shotgun built on the AK-47 action, is completely banned in California regardless of features. Semi-automatic shotguns like the Benelli M4, used by military and law enforcement worldwide, fall under California's assault weapon definition if they possess prohibited features. This includes shotguns with pistol grips, folding stocks, or the ability to accept detachable magazines. The Saiga 12 can accept high-capacity drum magazines and has gained popularity in competitive shooting sports and for home defense in rural areas. Its AK-based operating system and magazine-fed design place it firmly in banned territory under California law, with no featureless workaround available. Other popular semi-automatic shotguns that face restrictions include the FN Mark I and certain configurations of the Mossberg 930. These shotguns are designed for tactical applications, sporting clays, and hunting waterfowl, where rapid follow-up shots are advantageous. Gun retailers in unrestricted states report strong sales of tactical shotguns, particularly models with pistol grips and collapsible stocks that make them more compact for storage and transportation. These features, while banned in California, are valued by shooters for their ergonomic benefits and versatility. Number 5. The FN509 Tactical, a semi-automatic pistol that does not have a fixed magazine and has a threaded barrel capable of accepting a flash suppressor, forward hand grip, or silencer, is prohibited as an assault weapon in California. The FN509 Tactical ships from the factory with a threaded barrel specifically designed for suppressor use, placing it directly in banned territory under California law in its standard configuration. Threaded barrels allow the attachment of accessories like suppressors, compensators, and flash hiders. While suppressors require federal registration and a tax stamp, they are legal in most states for reducing noise and protecting hearing during shooting. Popular pistols like the Glock 19 are available in threaded barrel versions from the factory. The SIG P226 Navy model comes standard with a threaded barrel. The FN509 Tactical features a threaded barrel specifically designed for suppressor use. California's restriction stems from concerns that threaded barrels facilitate the attachment of illegal accessories. However, the threads themselves don't change the pistol's base function, only its ability to accept muzzle devices. In the 42 states where suppressors are legally available to civilians, threaded barrel pistols are increasingly popular. Competitive shooters use compensators to reduce muzzle rise. Hunters use suppressors to protect their hearing and avoid disturbing wildlife. Law enforcement agencies issue suppressor-ready pistols to reduce noise signature during tactical operations. Manufacturers now offer many pistol models in both threaded and non-threaded variants, with the threaded versions commanding premium prices in unrestricted markets. Number 4. The Ohio Ordinance M240 SLR. Under California law, a semi-automatic centerfire rifle that does not have a fixed magazine but has a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action falls under the state's assault weapon ban. The Ohio Ordinance M240 SLR, the civilian legal version of the military's M240 belt-fed machine gun, is one of the most extreme examples captured by this definition. Its military pattern stock, integrated pistol grip, and belt-fed operating system make a compliant featureless configuration functionally impossible. Belt-fed semi-automatic rifles like the Ohio Ordinance M240 SLR and the FN249S represent the civilian legal versions of military squad automatic weapons. Because a linked belt is treated legally as a detachable magazine, these firearms cannot utilize fixed magazine compliance devices. The appeal of belt-fed firearms lies in their ability to feed ammunition from disintegrating metal links rather than traditional box magazines. Enthusiasts use them in organized shoots and military simulation events. Collectors value them for their historical significance and mechanical complexity. California's feature-based ban captures these belt-fed rifle designs because they uniformly include pistol grips and other prohibited characteristics, while the linked belts themselves are subject to large-capacity magazine restrictions. In states without assault weapon bans, belt-fed semi-automatic rifles represent an expensive but growing segment. A single rifle typically costs between $8,000 and $15,000, with ammunition links adding extra costs. Specialty manufacturers report waiting lists for popular models. Number 3. The Daniel Defense MK18. While short-barreled rifles require federal licensing as National Firearms Act items, it is unlawful for a California citizen to possess a Title II weapon. Regulated weaponry such as a fully automatic firearm or a short-barreled shotgun or rifle without a license issued from the Department of Justice. The Daniel Defense MK18 with its 11.5-inch barrel, is among the most sought-after short-barreled AR-15 configurations and is completely off-limits to California civilians. California effectively prohibits civilian ownership of short-barreled rifles, even with federal compliance. This creates a situation where residents of other states can legally purchase rifles with barrels shorter than 16 inches after completing ATF paperwork, but California residents cannot. Popular short-barreled rifles include compact AR-15 variants with 10 or 11-inch barrels, AK pistols with stabilizing braces, and specialty hunting rifles designed for thick cover. These firearms offer improved maneuverability in confined spaces while maintaining rifle accuracy. The federal process for short-barreled rifles involves submitting ATF Form 1 or Form 4, paying a $200 tax, undergoing enhanced background checks, and waiting several months for approval. Number 2. The Polymer 80 FN509 Ghost guns are firearms manufactured without valid serial numbers, typically by individuals who are not licensed to manufacture firearms. Over the past decade, California communities have faced a fast-growing safety threat from the ghost gun industry, which has sold a range of products and services designed to enable unlicensed individuals to assemble or produce firearms without any background check, serial number, or other vital protections. The Polymer 80 PF940C, a build kit designed to produce a Glock-compatible pistol frame, became one of the defining products of that industry. California has implemented some of the nation's strictest ghost gun regulations. Before any gun can be self-assembled or self-manufactured, a serial number for the gun must be issued by the California Department of Justice. This requires submitting an application to the DOJ, which is granted only if the applicant demonstrates eligibility to possess a firearm. Unless you are a licensed firearm manufacturer, it is now illegal to self-manufacture or assemble more than 3 firearms per year. Additionally, since July 1, 2024, California has strictly required the sale of all firearm precursor parts to be fully processed through a licensed vendor. In contrast, most other states allow individuals to purchase 80% receivers and complete them at home without serialization or background checks, following federal guidelines. These unfinished receivers require machining to become functional firearms, a process that appeals to hobbyists and those seeking privacy in their firearms ownership. The ghost gun market has exploded in unrestricted states, with companies like Polymer 80, 80% Arms, and Fire for Effect offering complete build kits. Number 1. The Glock 19 Generation 5. While machine gun conversion devices like Glock switches are federally illegal nationwide, in 2025, California took a bold step toward ending the proliferation of illegal machine gun conversions by targeting the root cause, the specific firearm designs that allow these weapons to be so easily modified. The Glock 19 Generation 5, one of the most popular and widely sold pistols in the United States, became a focus of that effort. While the conversion devices themselves were already illegal, lawmakers recognized that certain pistols were manufactured with a unique vulnerability. California lawmakers focused on specific factory designs that they claim are too easily paired with these illegal aftermarket parts. By requiring gunmakers to fix the design flaws that allow the spread of illegal machine gun conversions onto their streets, California lawmakers took a critical step forward. This represents a unique approach among states. Rather than simply prohibiting the conversion devices, California targets the underlying firearm designs that make illegal conversion possible. This means certain pistol models that are legal in other states may face restrictions in California if they are deemed too easily convertible.